What if I told you that one number could reveal approximately how long it takes your money to double? Without a calculator, that number is 72. And once you understand it, you may never look at money, investing, or time the same way again. There's a famous quote often attributed to Albert Einstein: "Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world." But here's the surprising part. There's no reliable evidence that Einstein actually said those exact words. Still, the idea behind the quote is incredibly powerful, because compound interest is one of the simplest concepts in finance, and one of the most powerful forces for building wealth over time. And hidden inside this concept is a remarkably useful number: 72. Imagine you invest money and earn an average return of 8% per year. How long would it take to double your money? You could use complicated formulas. Or you could simply take 72 divided by 8 is equal to 9. Approximately 9 years. That's the rule of 72. Divide 72 by your annual rate of return, and you get a rough estimate of how many years it could take for your money to double. For example, at 6%, 72 divided by 6 is equal to 12 years. At 9%, 72 divided by 9 is equal to 8 years. At 12%, 72 divided by 12 is equal to 6 years. Simple. No spreadsheet. No complicated financial calculator. Just one number: 72. The rule of 72 is an approximation, not a guarantee, but it's a useful mental shortcut for understanding compound growth. Now, here's where things get interesting. Suppose you have $10,000. At an average annual return of 8%, the rule of 72 suggests that your money could roughly double every 9 years. So you could think of your money like this: $10,000, then approximately $20,000, then $40,000, then $80,000. The incredible part isn't what happens in the beginning. The incredible part is what happens after time has passed. Because compound growth doesn't simply reward you for having money. It rewards you for giving your money time. Your returns can generate additional returns. Your money starts working. And then the money it earns starts working too. That's the snowball effect of compounding. And this is where many people make a huge mistake. They think, "I don't have enough money to invest. I'll start when I earn more. I'll start when I'm debt-free. I'll start when I'm older and have more money." But there's something they're forgetting: time. You can potentially increase your income later. You can potentially invest more later. But you can never get back the years you didn't use. That's why starting early can be so powerful. Even relatively small amounts can become much larger when they're given enough time to compound. And the opposite is also true. Compounding doesn't only work for you. It can work against you. Think about credit card debt. If you carry a balance and interest keeps accumulating, you're no longer the person earning compound growth. You're the person paying for it. That's why the same mathematical principle can help build wealth, or quietly destroy it. Investing can put compounding on your side. High interest debt can put compounding on the other side. So the question isn't simply, "Do I understand compound interest?" The better question is, "Which side of compound interest am I on?" Now let's make this practical. Look at any investment, savings goal, or financial plan you're considering. Ask yourself 2 questions. Question number 1. What return am I realistically expecting? And remember, higher expected returns generally come with higher risk. There are no guaranteed investment returns simply because a number looks attractive. Question number 2. How long would it take for my money to double? Take 72 and divide it by the expected annual percentage return. For example, at 7%, 72 divided by 7 equals approximately 10.3 years. At 10%, 72 divided by 10 equals approximately 7.2 years. Suddenly, percentages become something you can visualize. Instead of hearing 7% return, you can think roughly 10 years to double. Instead of hearing 10% return, you can think roughly 7 years to double. That's why the rule of 72 is so useful. It turns an abstract percentage into time. But there's an even deeper lesson here. The real magic isn't 72. It's consistency plus time. You don't need to become rich overnight. You need to understand how money behaves and give good financial decisions enough time to work. Because wealth is often less about finding one magical investment and more about repeatedly doing sensible things for a very long time. Save. Invest. Avoid unnecessary high-interest debt. Keep learning. And most importantly, don't underestimate what time can do. So the next time someone tells you that building wealth requires complicated mathematics, remember one number: 72. Because sometimes, understanding one simple idea can change the way you see your entire financial future. Now I want to know, if you could double one thing in your life over the next 10 years, what would it be? Your money, your income, or your knowledge? Tell me in the comments. And if you want more simple financial concepts that can completely change the way you think about money, subscribe to Money Momentum. Because here, we're not chasing quick riches. We're building financial momentum, one smart decision at a time.